Welcome back to The Good Influence, your weekly dose of unfiltered girl talk, fitness, and the journey of becoming. I am Suzanne.
I'm Francesca.
I'm Kelbi.
I'm Chelsea.
And we're back.
We're back.
And we're back in the girls' room.
We are in the
Welcome
girls'
to
room.
the girls'
It's
miss
sleepover
it.
time. We're doing relationship updates today for season 2. But first, I want to hear about your weekend, Kelbi.
Yeah.
Me? Oh
race.
my God. Guys, I just got
PR.
back from Bend, Oregon. Coolest place ever. Like, Andrew wants to move there so bad. And low-key, like, I get it. It's so cool. There's so much to do there. We rock climbed. We played sand volleyball. We floated the river. We ran a trail race. They went on the boat and surfed the day we left, which I'm a little salty about. But, like, there's so much to do. It's the most perfect place. And everybody there is so fit and cool and fun. But yeah, and I got to unplug. Like, I was not on my phone for like 2 days. And then it like literally had me questioning my entire life choices. I was like, fuck. Am I stuck? Like, should I get out of influencing? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love it. I love it, guys. But yeah, no, it was great. We did the trail race and everybody did better than their time last year, which is so fun. I shaved off 4.5 minutes.
Hell
Yeah. I will say I do wish I would have trained on a trail more than the flat road because the hills in my neighborhood turns out different than running on a
Where
mountain.
would you have done that, though, here in Dallas?
So, like, there's a lot of trails, honestly, out by PK. Like, those trails are pretty
Okay.
hilly. You get a little bit of elevation. But, yeah, like, whenever you're going and you're like, oh, wait, I'm on a mountain and I'm scaling. Like, yeah, this is a lot.
Wait, I have
So I
trail
got shin
running
splints.
shoes now. So next time I
Yes,
want to go.
I
with
gotta
trail
do
shoes.
those. You gotta do those. Yeah, you gotta wear your trail shoes. And then the only other thing that was not great about the race was that it is one of the most poorly marked races ever. So like they just have these like exercise bands that are wrapped around some trees, but there'll be times where there's like a fork in the road and there's no band. So it's like, just make your best guess. So the marathon runners ended up running 35 miles instead of 26. So everybody was freaking out. It was like an hour past time from last year's race where at least the first marathoner finished. And they were like, okay, we still have 52 marathoners out there. Like no one has been done. So everyone's freaking out. They're sending drones out to look for these people. Like they have no service. We're on a mountain and they're out of food. They're out of water.
Damn.
And like apparently they went to the first aid station. They like found one and like, which way do we go? And they pointed them in the wrong direction.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like really, really bad. Like this is people's like life and health that there's like on like I guess at stake, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that sucks. But they all finished with smiles still, and I was like, I would be bawling.
So how does
Bawling.
that like affect their time then? Like for you know what I
it's
mean?
totally fucked up. None of them are even like counting it.
So how
Yeah.
are they going to fix this for next year?
Exactly. And the
Because
thing
did this
is,
happen last year?
yes.
Oh.
So not as bad. Last year there was like a few people who got lost, my friend being one of them too, but he only ran 2 extra miles. So this year he's like, I'm prepared. I'm not going to fuck it up. Well, then they send them the wrong way. Like when you ask where to go. Yeah. So like they
That wasn't
all
his
got
fault,
messed
yeah.
up. Yeah. And it was like the guy beside us, it was his son's first ever marathon. And I'm like, he's going to hate marathons now.
Yeah.
Like
And that would be the guy I
Yeah.
would be expecting to be crying.
I
Like,
would be bawling. Like you train for 26 miles, which is already so hard. And you have to push to 35 with no water, no food.
And
like,
no training.
No training. Yeah.
That's
was
a lot.
So it's an ultra. It's literally, they ran an ultra and weren't expecting to.
Well, congrats to them.
The issue is like if you're working it, you should know where to go.
Oh,
And if you had this
better
issue
get
last
fired.
year, like
They better get fired.
Well, I
Yeah.
think it's just like volunteers.
It's like
that work these
volunteers.
things anyway.
like they should tell them like, hey, it's not hard to tell them, hey, they need to go. If they
Go
ask
left.
you, go this way.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, you're fired. Well, I don't make money. It's like, okay, well, then you owe me money.
Yeah.
for
So the
this.
runners had to run back past them on their way back, and they were all like yelling at them and stuff. I'm like, yeah, for good reason. That's messed up.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of
Oh my
extra
God.
miles.
But I think they were just happy to see the end at that point. So they were all just like smiles and ready to be done.
That's crazy.
What did you guys do? How was Dallas? Did y'all hold it down?
We held it down.
Nice.
It was held down.
Can't always be Bend. Someone's got to hold it down in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did
I've-
you do, Chelsea? Oh, go.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say I've got a little bone to pick with Texas summer. I'm a little over it because it's so freaking hot. I have like a chronic mustache of sweat, cleavage sweat, armpit sweat all the time. And then you walk from your car to a building. When you walk in the building, the air is blowing like crazy because it's so hot outside. And then it feels good in the moment, but then you get cold because your sweat dries up on your body, and then you get a cold like I have right now. So yeah, dealing with a
I
cold.
saw a video. It was like, how are you feeling? How are you? Sweaty.
Sweaty all
I'm
the time.
sweaty. Just sweaty.
Chronically sweaty. My life is
All
sweaty.
the time. Sweaty.
Are you taking any medicine?
I'm taking lots of natural remedies. I've got Umca, cold and flu, teas on deck. I've got zinc. I've got, all the things.
We got to get you healed up, baby girl.
Mhm,
Wait, I need to give you some of the. Tia sent me some vitamin C powder that she was like, you have to order this last time I was sick. I need to bring you some
Please.
because it really helped. And apparently I'm supposed to be drinking vitamin C to help my leg. I saw
Ooh,
that.
how's
today
the
on
leg
ChatGPT.
going?
It's actually going really well.
Leg update.
I'm really missing the self tanner. That's I think the biggest. And I'm going a little stir crazy because the workouts are just like I've been doing like upper body only.
What you did yesterday was good though in the gym. I was like, this is good full body.
Yeah, but it just like because I can't help it. But anytime I'm doing like lunges or anything, like you really don't realize like how much your skin moves,
Pulls.
and so it hurts. Like my leg hurts all day. Which okay, also. Somebody was telling me a story about one time they got a 3rd-degree burn. They went to the hospital, and the first thing that happened was the guy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go get you some Vicodin." And I was like, "Wait a minute,
Vicodin.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me if I had gone to the doctor, I could have gotten pain medicine? I'd just been walking around, just free balling, just absolutely
Raw dogging that pain, baby.
Yeah. What? And now if I go to the hospital, they're gonna be like, "Well, you've been living with this for a week, so I think you're
So
fine."
now what?
Yeah.
Wait, so it's a 3rd-degree burn?
I've diagnosed myself as 2nd degree because Chad said it was absolutely ridiculous and it wasn't a 3rd degree. But if you'll give it to me, I'll take 3rd degree.
I'll give you
Well, you know,
3rd
they do
degree.
say 3rd degree is so bad that you actually can't feel it, and you didn't feel it.
I
So
didn't.
that's interesting.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
But I looked back at the first photo. The first photo looks fine. Like the first
is
photo
crazy.
is just like this big and just white.
I remember this, yeah.
And that's why we thought it was a scrape. We were like, it's a scrape. It's a scrape. It's not a scrape. Not a
No.
scrape.
Ladies and gentlemen, be careful on motorcycles.
Oh, burning it, that's the worst thing ever. I went to a new restaurant this weekend.
Yeah, tell us.
Ooh.
It's called a Little Blue Bistro in Bishop Arts. I've been trying to do better about like going to non like mainstream type places, like little cute, like
not
Mom
chains.
local type places. Yeah. It was so good. It was tiny. You walk in and it's just like a couple tables. There's like 13 things on the menu, 2 entree options. Phenomenal. We got like the pasta and the pot roast. So good.
Those
and
are-
the white fish dip to begin with.
Mm, I
Those
love
are
a
always
white
the
fish
best
dip.
restaurants.
Oh,
And there's
it's
like a
just like-
minimal menu, like, you know.
The service was incredible. It's so cute. I want to go back and get the cheesecake and the cheese board.
Okay, call me.
Come
Oh
on.
my gosh, cute. I'm looking it up right now. It looks like it's in like a little house.
It is. It's in a blue house.
I love that.
It's in
so
Bishop
much.
Arts.
You know, Dallas
was
has some
so
like their
good.
restaurant game is strong. Strong.
Yeah. There's so many that you
I
don't
have a
even
hit
realize.
list. We gotta start getting on that.
Only thing that I think Dallas could do better is like more little casual spots that are really good. I feel like the nice restaurants, like we have some really good
Yeah.
nice restaurants, but I wish we had a little bit more like really good like hole in the walls.
Mhm.
Like cafe vibes.
Yeah, like those are more in the suburbs, I feel, but yeah, Dallas could do a little better
We
there.
just have nice and then fast casual.
We also need to do brunch soon.
Yeah, we do.
I love brunch.
I want to go to
love
brunch
a
at
brunch.
Beverly's.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I've been once and I want to go back. Their
Yeah.
patio's so good.
Their patio's good, but it's too hot to sit in their patio right now.
It
Way too
is-
hot.
It is. I feel like the summer came out of nowhere. Like it was kind of fine. For
It
a
was
bit,
fine, and then it just wasn't.
It always does that. It will get
Then it was
really
just
hot and then it goes down
inferno.
again. And then the second it's about to be September, it's like, okay, I'm going to just do it one more time. Here you go.
Give it
And
like
you
a
know-
month and a half and then we'll be good. We'll
and,
be good.
And sometimes we even get that week in October too, which is
That's true.
Maybe
too.
Christmas, it will be 85.
it was 70 this past year.
No,
I was in
it's-
my shorts
No,
on
it's
Christmas
literally,
Day.
It's literally going to be hot until Halloween weekend because this happens every year. Because every year, you know, you want to wear your slutty little costume. And you're like, it's going to be fine. And then Halloween weekend, it comes. It's like the first true cold front, and it is
Mhm.
absolutely brutal. And we're all in our little like teeny tiny
Yeah.
things, and it sucks. But
That's true.
well, yeah. Okay, I thought it'd be fun to give relationship updates for season 2 and talk about what eras we're in. Because Kelbi, you're in your nesting era, but what about your marriage era?
In my marriage era, it's funny. Like I would say it's still something similar because Andrew and I are both doing this together. Like recently we've made quite a few changes, especially him with how we view life and what's important to us. And, you know, for so long it's been our careers, especially for him. He literally created his own company and has been running it for 10 years. And it's really, really successful and it's been amazing. And he has offices in like 6 locations now. And it's great. However, we're at this point in life where it's like, okay, played that game. Now what's next? Like, it's literally like kids who have like the remote controller, the Xbox, and they're like, okay, and I'm finished. Like, they just set it down on the table, like, and I'm done with that game. And it's like, now we want to pivot and we want to focus on like how fun it is to kind of minimize everything we've got going on in life because we live a very, very big life and we love to do all the things and we love to have the cool, amazing mid-century modern home and a lake house and fly everywhere and go travel. Like that is such a fun game and make all this money and have these jobs and businesses. But like, I think we're realizing like, is that that's not the point of life for us. That's not what we want to be the main part. So yeah, we are done playing that game. And now we're trying to figure out how to minimize our life and just make everything a little bit more relaxing and just family oriented. So he's cut back on work a ton, or figured out ways that he's going to be able to cut back over the next few months to the year. And I'm really inspired too. I'm not there yet because my company did just start, and I kind of just started this career, like a year and a half ago. So I do want to go down the path a little bit more, but just knowing that shift is going to happen, and we're trying to figure out just how to simplify a ton of things in life. So maybe our simple era is like what we're moving towards as a couple. But it's a really fun place to be. But yeah, just both in our parenting mode. I started tracking, so I'm using the mirror thing. I opened it up today. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But it's a really fun spot to be.
I feel like also with your job, the nature of your job too, it's like you can pull back at times and still kind of show up when you want to show up, and it still can like transition with you as your life transitions too. So it's like you're in a really unique spot where like you don't have to completely quit, or pivot, or you just have to essentially just make a little bit of a pivot in terms of like what you're sharing or the type of content and all of that.
Right.
So.
And that's what's so amazing about content creation. Yeah. You get to work as much or as little as you want. And it's like you can make a fuck ton of money in this industry, but you don't have to. If you want to pull it back and like you're not so focused on brand deals or what the next partnership is, you can pull that back and you can just do what you like, which is I love sharing my life online, but I should do it for those reasons versus like trying to like win this rat race of like, oh my gosh, who can get the coolest brand deal and like the biggest partnership. And it's like, no, I'm just going to like show a little bit about my life here and there now, I think.
Yeah.
And if I get deals, that's amazing. But if not, like I'm kind of cool with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I've seen the difference over like the past few months with you. I think you've slowed down, but you've been so intentional with how you slow down. And it's like you taking like the weekend off and like just knowing that it's always going to be there, but you're in a season of life that you need to prioritize and be present for and enjoy, because it's like you always want to enjoy where you are because you don't know where you're going to be in a year from now or wherever.
Totally.
It's like I've seen the difference, and I think I've seen you the happiest like in this because you're just like so free and like whatever.
And I also think it's cool because I think about
pressure.
I think about when I was like little growing up, right? Like my dad traveled a lot when I was little, and it's like one of those things where he looks back at it now. He's like, yeah, I wish I was around for like a little bit more of like when you guys were little growing up, right? Like my mom is all in it. And then similarly, my mom is like, oh, if iPhones were a thing, like when you guys were little, like I would have all these amazing pictures of you guys because, it was all cameras and stuff back then. So I think you're in a cool spot where like, Andrew has his own company. He kind of has like the authority to like see where he can pull himself back, give himself to you and like your kids, once you start building your family. And like you can still document like the kids growing up, and like it's just like a new era essentially.
It's the coolest. Like I genuinely am so happy with what I do. Like it is the best job ever. And it's so funny because like Andrew keeps joking. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna enter my like stay-at-home dad phase,
Love
which
it.
for him is just like he's home a few days more. You know what I mean? But like it's such a funny role. We're like switching gender roles right now where he's doing all the cooking and he's like learning how to clean because he's trying to show me, right, that he's like ready for this.
To like help you.
That's what I
needed.
needed. Yeah, that's my thing is like I don't want to be the woman who's has her own business and then also has to do all the mom things. Like that was my thing with him is like, I just want to make sure that I'm getting a little bit of help because I know how busy he already is too, right? Yeah. So that was a huge hesitation. So seeing him take initiative and learn these things is like huge. Like that's why I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's do it. Like I'm ready now because I see like you're putting in the effort and it just makes me so excited for it.
Yeah, I like that you guys are kind of getting that out of the way beforehand. Like making sure like, okay, this isn't just an idea in your head, but like show me that you can. Do you feel like you were always excited to make this transition, or do you feel like the first time he said it to you, you were like, oh shit, I'm having so much fun. I'm not ready to slow down.
So what's so funny talking about kids is like, I actually was the first one to ever bring up kids in our relationship. And it was before we were even that serious. It was just like, we were getting to know each other and he's like, what are your goals in life? I think I was like 24 maybe when he asked me this, 23. And I was like, yeah, and I know that I want to have kids. And he was like, okay, well, like, I'm like 50-50, honestly. And that like,
no way.
Yeah, he was 50-50.
He wants kids so bad now. Like that's like his biggest thing.
But I think for men too, it's like, they want them when they can see it with that woman, right? Rather than just like a lot of men, I don't think have that instinct, like maternal instinct like we do. That's like, oh, I want to be a mom. Like they don't want to be a dad on their own, I don't think. And I could be totally wrong, but that's just like what I've heard talking to other men. And so I think for him, yeah, he's like, I could see my life with or without. At that point, he was like 36, 37 with no kids, So he had already created this life without them. So he was okay, he'd accepted it. And then throughout the years, I was like, okay. And then I start thinking about it. Then I create my own career. I create my own life in Dallas that's full and busy, and I have so much going on. So then it kind of flipped. And he was like, okay, now I'm ready because he's with me. He sees me. He wants to start a family together. He had already done all of the like going insane on the career route. Like, he went as far as you can go, with like kicking
but that's
ass.
so positive to hear because I actually feel the opposite. I think like watching reality TV and stuff like I don't have a lot of experience seeing this in person, but it feels like every time you watch Love is Blind or like any of these shows, it's a bunch of men that are like, yeah, I want kids. And then they tell you this whole beautiful picket life that they want. But then when it comes to show, like the way Andrew's showing right now that he can show up in that area, that's when I feel like they're like, oh, wait, I have to do what to have kids?
100%. I think like that's one of the scariest things as women is everybody says like the biggest decision in life is who you're going to have kids with, not who you're going to marry, right? Like that is, you are tied to them forever. And we're always so scared. Like, is it all going to fall back on us? Because history says yes, right? Like it used to always fall back on women. And I think now we're just in a good place where I think a lot of men want to be more involved. It seems like and maybe it's just like my data point is skewed because a lot of the people I hang out with are that way now. But it's really cool to live in this time period. Yeah.
No, I think I agree with you. I see a lot more dads being like super involved these days. But I think
and taking on some of the like women's, and I say that in quotes, like some of her responsibilities.
Yeah. And
I wonder
amazing.
how you can weed that out when you're dating. Like genuinely, because I don't know. Like I don't know what I think. What characteristic traits like dating you would look for? Because it's easy to say.
Oh well, I would know. Like right, it's like look for somebody who actually does what their word is. Like stick to their word, and that's ideally what you would look for. Because then if they make any promises about how they would be a father, and they already have a track record of sticking to their word, then that's what would show you, if that's something you can trust. I feel like that's really the only way. Or like, honestly, even like looking at them with their nieces and
that's
nephews.
what I was going to
Yeah,
how do they interact with kids?
Yes.
Do they like kids? Do they get annoyed easily? Do they have patience, temper? All of that is like.
Or just like
data
how
points.
they interact with people in general that they don't know. Like if you're at a dinner, how do they treat them? Like just people around them in life.
Right, because it's easy to go hang out with your nieces and nephews and have fun and then be like, okay, not my problem anymore when there's like a diaper or a tantrum or whatever. So it's like, when interacting with people in situations that aren't like inherently positive.
Yeah. And then seeing how they handle it. 100%.
Well, that's exciting.
What about you and Chad? What's new with you guys and what
I don't know,
stage?
like nothing really new. We're just like having fun, like being more active, doing more active things. Not necessarily like sitting on the couch all weekend, which is it's funny because it's like in a way I feel like that's preparing us for kids because at first we were like, we can't have these rot days anymore. Like the rot days go away when you have kids, right? Like you don't get to just do nothing anymore. But I think for us, like house is first. So we're still in an apartment. So, and we're hoping to we signed like the shortest lease that we could sign. So we're hoping to buy a house and then start thinking about it. Just, I don't know if I can have a kid in an apartment. Like I know people do it, but I don't know if I can.
Well, I'm just saying, I think maybe we should all look at homes in Bend, Oregon.
Hey.
Your money goes a lot further there too. I know. I was looking at them and I was like, this is crazy.
Look for a cul-de-sac.
Look for a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, like a little property, and we can have like a little commune. We can all be on that.
And we can hire
studio.
a teacher to do homeschooling, like a commune homeschooling for our kids.
But I will say, I do totally get it, Suzanne, because there's something about a home versus an apartment that is much more private. Like you have your privacy, and I think that's what it is. Like you feel a little bit more comfortable in your own space.
Yeah, I think you have a little bit more space to. There's no neighbors doing like our neighbors like a wall away. It's like I don't.
And you're also in a high rise. It's just like
when I lived in an apartment, I remember my neighbor had a newborn, and I felt so bad for her because she felt so bad because she was so hyper aware of like when the baby's crying, like you could hear I could hear the baby crying in my apartment. You know what I mean? So I get what you mean. I mean, people do it if they have to do it, but it's like if you have the option and the choice to be in a house first,
having a kid still feels really, really scary to me, to be honest. Like, and I was at a baby shower this weekend, and the last baby shower I was at before that, and I feel like adults. Well, I guess I'm an adult, but
I don't feel like an adult.
Like real adults are like, oh, when are you guys gonna have kids? And they look at me like I'm crazy when I'm like, oh, we're just having fun. Like they look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? What does that mean? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm having. It's still really scary. Like I still feel like if I got pregnant, it would be a teen pregnancy, and I'd be like,
That's
oh
how I
God.
think. No, but that's what I don't like. It's like, why does it matter how I spend my life and how I want to go about my life? It has no effect on you. Like
Right.
just because I'm not on your time frame and I'm not where you are doesn't mean you have to look at me differently. Like I think when people hit like different stages, like you're in a relationship, I'm not. Like so I'm basically better than you because I have this. And I think society tells you have to be like, you have to be single for a certain amount of time. Then you got to get married at a certain time. And then you got to have kids. And it's like, once it's like stepping stones. And it's like, I'm above you in this level. So like you're below me. So I'm going to tell you how you should live your life.
Yeah,
Just
but
like,
I mean,
why?
it is kind of like.
And it's like, are they even happy?
Yeah, right.
Literally.
It does kind of feel like though. Okay, we kind of need to do it sooner rather than like 5 years down the road. Like it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, okay, the routine that we're in right now is starting to get a little bit boring and a little bit monotonous. And it does feel like, okay, a kid could be fun. But then, so I don't know. I think I'm truly
Can I
50-50
ask
right
if you're
now.
comfortable answering? Like, what are your fears with having kids? You said you were a little bit scared. It feels scary.
I just can barely take care of myself sometimes, it feels like. Like, I'm like,
Fair.
what do you mean, like, I have to take care of another person? It's really not about, like, I'm scared of parenting or I'm scared. Like, it's not, it's more of, maybe that's a little selfish to say, but truly, like, it feels like.
It's okay to say you're
I
selfish
have-
too. You know what I mean? Like wanting to be selfish in this part of your life is like a good enough reason to not, because you have to be selfless when you have kids.
Yeah. I don't know. I have 24 hours in a day, and right now they're all going to me, and
Yeah.
that feels fun. But I know at some point that's got to switch because I do want kids. Like, I do really want that. So I don't know. I think I'm waiting. Honestly, I think I'm waiting for Kelbi to, and then I'm going to see how much fun she's having. And I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Determine it from me. Yeah.
I feel like I was out, where was I this weekend? I went to like go get lunch. And I went to, have you guys ever had Burger Schmurger?
Yeah.
So good. Okay, so they have like a
You-
sit, they have like a sit down place now. They got a place a little bit further away. So we went at like the busiest time, and it was like all families and kids, and they're like kids of all ages, but they're just like running around. And it's like, it's cute and it's sweet, but I'm like looking around and I'm like, damn, like summertime, you have to really, unless you put those kids in camp, like you have to entertain them all day, every day. You need to find something for them to do. And it's like, they're not just sitting, those kids weren't just sitting there on their iPads. They're like running around playing. Their parents are like giving them toys or like telling them, hey, don't do this, don't do that, or whatever. But it's just like, you have to be so selfless, like with your time, with your energy. Your Saturday is not your Saturday anymore. Your Saturday is for your kids.
Okay, but I will say, and this is the first time I've ever heard of parenting in this way, but Kelbi's friends that like, they're like, they do whatever they want to do still, and the kids just come.
Yeah.
And to be honest, that's a little bit of how it was when I was growing up. When I lived in Germany for that little bit, I mean, we would always go to like village events, and the parents would drink and whatever, and it was fine because we were all walking home. But the kids would genuinely, like, we would just hang out, and we knew that the parents weren't there to provide us with entertainment. Like, we were there to provide ourselves with entertainment, and it was so fun. And so I think in that way, like, we have it backwards a little bit, that you don't need to entertain your kids 24/7. If anything, I think that you shouldn't, because they've already got iPads, computers. They've already got things.
But it takes a certain point to get them to be able to like be okay with being bored and create like fun for themselves. You know what I mean? They don't just like
But
figure
I
that
do
out on
think
their
that
own.
If you constantly give them something to do, are you contributing to this like short attention span? If you're constantly like, okay, now do this, now do this, now do this.
Such a
Like,
good point. Such a
Yeah.
good point. No, I think I'm going to try my best. Yeah. To allow the kid to be bored, like sit in there, like figure out how to entertain yourself.
Yeah.
Like, because that's how I've seen parents do it, and their kids are incredible now. And I'm sure it's way harder the first year to 2 years probably
Right.
compared to if you did give them screen time and all that kind of stuff. But I think it could be super rewarding. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
yeah.
But we'll see. I'm not a parent, so.
You saying the homeschool thing, I always thought like, no way, like I'm sending my kid to public school, because I think like I think just like learning to be uncomfortable is really important. I don't think public school is doing anything that's like incredible, but I think that learning to be uncomfortable and learning to do things even if you don't want to do them is really important. But did you guys see that apparently Gen Z is the first generation to be dumber than the generation before them?
Yes,
God.
I did see this.
Like genuinely.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of testing, like they're testing lower, they're scoring lower. And
Because they don't have the attention span.
It's because of
And social
electronics.
media. AI.
That's literally what
Yeah.
it is. It's electronics, it's AI, it's just what's available to them at their fingertips.
yeah.
They're not reading, they're not
No.
writing anymore. I mean, yeah,
And they're
it's-
losing their innocence too, because they have access to the internet, and it's like the
Mhm.
internet's not safe for kids,
Yeah.
you know? So
So now I'm kind of
Sad.
leaning to maybe I do want to homeschool.
I
don't know.
There's a girl that I know. She lives really close. She lives close with her sisters, and they all have kids like around the same age. And they hired like a woman who is like a teacher essentially. I mean, they're all small right now, so I wonder how it will evolve as the kids get older. But basically, that's what they do. They have one woman. They drop them all off at one of their houses. They have like an amazing room with like desks and activities and stuff. And it's like a mini like school kind
like
of
a
like
co-op, I think is what
yes.
they call it. Yeah.
Yes. And I've been hearing about a lot of people doing this nowadays because they're just so unhappy with like the school system and things they have access to, or like the curriculum that's being taught in school. And I always thought like that's amazing. The only thing that I was hesitant about if I ever had kids and them being homeschooled is like the social aspect, because sometimes those kids are a little socially awkward because they're so by themselves or like with only one other kid. But the idea of it being more of like a small group and then them still having like physical or activities afterward, I feel like could be such a like amazing option.
But to be completely honest, I think the whole social thing is a little outdated perspective. Just I think that's like kind of what people just say. I genuinely think that they like
I don't know. I've met a couple homeschooled kids that are just them, and I'm like, they're obviously different from like say my niece who goes to public school right now. Like they're socially just
You don't
Because they
face
don't
as
have
much
the social-
adversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
it's
don't have
just
the social
different. And-
interactive.
exactly.
Yeah.
And usually, right, like if your parent, you have the means to do homeschooling, like you live a certain kind of lifestyle too. So you're just, I think reality is just different for them, right? Because they don't have that experience.
But there's other ways that you could interact with kids,
Totally,
right? Like you could put them in
extracurriculars.
sports, exactly, do all those things. And so then that way they are regularly
Offsets it a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah,
interacting
agree,
so with
totally.
their age group. I think that would be great.
Which is yeah. There's a girl that was homeschooled that I played club soccer with, and she was still just like very different. Even though she was always around us for soccer, you could just tell that she was homeschooled.
Yeah.
There is a girl I know, and she homeschools her 3 kids, and it is the coolest way to homeschool. They live on it's not a farm, but they have chickens, and like she teaches the kids how to like raise animals, and they
Yeah.
have their own little garden, and she teaches them how to garden and make food and like actual things that are helpful in real life. And oh God, I look up to her. I think it's so cool. I don't know I could do it, but
It's like home ec. Like I took a home ec class in middle school and it was amazing. But then I heard that they took home ec off for like kids afterward. I was like, why?
What?
You're
Yeah.
learning like real tangible life
serious?
skills. Yeah. So I guess it's not as common anymore. Like not all schools do a home ec class, but I was like,
Interesting.
that is like the one class that actually prepares you for real life.
Okay, wait, but what if we got together and we all became like a teacher for our kids and like so like Chad could be in charge of math.
I'm
Andrew,
fun class.
Yeah, Andrew could be in charge
I'll
of
do PE.
science.
Yes.
Fran will do PE. You'll be fun class. Like just like
Art.
charismatic. Like let's build you as a well-rounded,
Yeah.
fun person.
Yeah.
Chelsea, what are you teaching? Club soccer?
Yeah, sure.
She can teach mindset
That's
and
the
confidence.
thing, right? It
Honestly,
takes a village.
Mindset
Chelsea-
class.
A confidence class.
We've got Chelsea on nutrition.
Ooh.
Oh,
nutrition,
That's
yeah.
good.
I'll
That's
be
helpful.
nutrition.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm teaching. I'll be principal.
Or art class. Art class. Make like
Counselor,
a cool necklace
counselor.
or something.
Yeah.
Who's doing writing?
I'll do I'll put them in
Spelling.
I'll do problem solving in uncomfortable
Critical
situations.
thinking skills.
Critical thinking.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Fran, you were like if you have kids.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell us.
I feel like my whole thing has changed so much. Like, and I feel like last time we spoke about relationships, I was a little bit harsh in like how I came off on like what I was saying, but that was just like the season of like my life at that time, right? Like, so, okay, so
Were you guys in a fight?
we weren't in a fight, but it was just more like so what? Me and Aaron have been together for a while, like a little over 5 years. And I think in the beginning of our relationship, I wanted the marriage, I wanted the house, I wanted the kids like a lot sooner. And the fact that like we weren't getting engaged was like bothering me, right? Like it was kind of like, why aren't we getting engaged? We're doing like, we spend all this time together. I go see your family all the time. Like we lived very close to his family. And at that time, my parents lived in Florida. So it just felt like I was making sacrifices, right? Like on the weekends, my parents were in Florida. So we would go spend time with his family. And it had been months since I'd seen my family, right? So there would be like a little bit of like, almost like guilt in my heart because I was like, I spend so much time with your family. I never see mine. Like, what am I to you? Like, does this mean anything to you that I'm doing all this, right? And it wasn't until, and that was like different. Like I didn't have all this stuff going on in my life. I wasn't teaching classes. I wasn't, I didn't have my own company. So it was just different. It was like the things that I wanted have changed, right? So like I thought I wanted kids by the time I was 25, 26. And I still love kids. I still want them. But when I want them has changed. I think like beginning of our relationship, like I was like my niece's nanny for so long. Like I would go from when she was born until she was like 6 months almost. Like I was there every day taking care of her. And it was so fun. And I was like, oh, this could be my life. Like I would work my corporate job. I would take care of the baby. I would have meetings. She'd be sleeping. Like I was handling it all perfectly. I was like, oh, I'm set like when I'm ready to have a kid. But then, things change. Like the longer that we didn't get engaged, I was just like, I'm going to just like do more stuff for me, I think. But that just comes with age too. So I found obviously my passions, my hobbies. I was always working out, but found the sculpt, got certified. We started FK Body. And I think that now it's like, okay, I'm not in so much of a rush to get married and to have kids now just because I'm so focused on my business and building it. But I know that this is also a season and it will get to a point where like, okay, we can add, the marriage, we can add the kids in. But I think, yeah, like we ebb and flow, right? Like we're both in this season where like, I have my company. He started his company not too long ago too. So we're both like really building. We're both really busy and like finding time for each other. It's like we really have to like prioritize. Like I do so much with my friends and I love doing stuff with my friends, but it's almost like my time with him is limited because he's traveling for work, he's home. But then it's also like, what are we prioritizing, right? Like I prioritized, and maybe in that moment when I was like a little harsh, I was like, yeah, like it's time for me now. I did all this stuff for you and your family and like it didn't get me the ring that I thought I was going to get. And now I have all this stuff going on. So like I'm going to prioritize this because this is what's in front of me. And I think in that moment, that's where I was like really in that headspace. But like it's definitely blended a little bit more now. Like I'm chill.
Wait, can I
He's chill.
Relationships ebb and flow
All the
like,
time.
it's so
all
normal.
the time. I'm chill. He's chill. Like I'm so happy and content with like what I'm doing, what I'm building that like I don't have time to think about what I don't have till that.
Yeah, but can I just say, it's like, it's really, really admirable that you kind of pivoted not from like, okay, when you weren't getting like the ring or whatever, what you wanted in that point of time, like you kind of shifted and you're like, okay, let me focus on myself. Like, I think that's really cool because I do think a lot of women in that situation, they double down on I want to be engaged right now. And that's where you see,
like
I
a
mean,
prize
you even
to them.
see like so much content online that's like just women like pressuring men to do this. And it's like, I think that you take a lot from yourself when you do those things. You rob yourself of the surprise of an engagement. You rob yourself of what things you could learn about yourself if you pivoted to, like, okay, maybe this isn't the season. Let me focus on something else.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that it was probably the best thing I could have done. And I think honestly, with age and like your brain changes and like just the things that you want, you learn, you have life experience, right? Like I still love kids. I still love going to hang out like with my nieces. But then when I leave, I'm also like, oh, thank God, like I don't have, like I can go spend time with myself now and do everything for me. Like I am being so selfish right now. And specifically last time I talked about it, I think I was like, oh no, I'm being so extremely selfish that like, I don't even want to talk about my relationship right now because this podcast is my podcast and it's about me. So you know what I mean? So it was like, definitely ebbs and flows. But we're in a good spot right now. I know the next stage is coming soon and I'm excited for it, but I'm not like rushing for it to get here because we're both in a really good place. And I just think the more that we both work on ourselves, work on our businesses, it's like creating the life that we want to bring kids into. So
yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Because like that's what people always say is like whenever you like aren't looking for whatever it is, you're striving for whatever that goal is, and you like calm down, you're like, wait, okay, I kind of just am enjoying life right now for this season and what it is. Then those things like happen and everything comes together, which is so funny. And but by the way, I love Ernie. I think you guys together are literally the best. And y'all's relationship just makes me so happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys are so cute together. I love you both so much. And
Thank
I'm so glad that
you.
we've gotten to know him more. Like I feel like he was very quiet at first.
I kind of kept him away from you guys for a while too because I was like, these are my friends. This is what I'm doing. This is my life.
No, Chad loves him, by the way.
I know.
They
they all love each other. I think it's great. But
Andrew's a little jealous of him and his padel skills.
Well, he is an athlete and he's very competitive. So as soon as he gets in that court, and then he also is like kind of cool. Like he can like play cool. So he's like being competitive, but he's acting like he's not, but like he is. So like it really will get under the other people's skin. You know?
And Andrew has no like game face. So he's like, fuck. I'm like, you got it, babe. Keep trying.
Yeah, and then Chad will just be in the corner coaching,
trying his best.
Even if he's missing the ball, he's still going to coach you about your. Wait, I do want to say how lucky of you guys though to have experienced kind of growing into different types of people.
Yeah.
because I think that like a lot at some point in any relationship, you're going to experience that, right? Like you're going to grow into somebody else and your partner's going to grow into somebody else as well. Like you should, that's the point of life. And so how lucky for you guys to have experienced that before, because I do think like marriage makes any fight like, oh shit, should we get a divorce? But like knowing that about each other and like knowing that you can get through that and knowing that you love each other, like it's a cool thing to have experienced.
No, and he's been, I mean, through everything. Like he's been so supportive. Like from the beginning days when I started all this stuff, like he was the one who was like putting the tripod up, taking class behind me, making sure the angles were good so I could like post it on YouTube and stuff. So like, yeah, he's been with me through it all. And I think part of that too was like he was helping me so much, and then it became like my thing, and then he still wanted to help, but I was like, no, this is my thing. Yeah. Like why? But yeah, it all worked itself out. I'm so grateful that I have had his help and support like throughout all of this, because it is a lot, and it is like a lot of like me being selfish with my time, and he's been such a good sport about it. So yeah, no, we're in a good spot.
Do you remember when somebody messaged you after one of those classes? Because he was filming you for your YouTubes.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody was
He
like,
was in the
hey,
back.
just so you know, somebody's filming you.
Yeah, they're like, that creepy guy behind you is filming you. I was like,
Our
yeah.
boyfriend. We're like, yeah.
Right.
Because he would like fix the camera and
Yeah,
everything for you.
exactly. So, but no.
Call the
Again with
cops.
that.
Call the cops.
Chelsea, what era are you in right now, girlfriend?
Single.
How
no,
is
not
it?
single. I mean, I've been.
You're not?
No, I am single. Yes,
Oh.
I'm single.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I've been hanging out with someone for like 3 months. We hang out like on a weekly basis, but I think I'm getting to the point. I was talking to my friend Caitlin about it this weekend. I know I'm like not about like timelines and things, but I'm getting to the age where we're doing this for like 3 months. We're like hanging out, but like it's like casual, but then it's not. But it's like, when is the right time to have a conversation of being like,
What is this?
what is this? Where is this going?
Mhm.
Like, yes, I'm having fun, but I have to be realistic at the end of the day. Like, if this isn't going anywhere, yes, I'm having fun with you, but I don't want to be held back from finding my person or dating other people to see if it will actually go anywhere. And that's kind of where I am right now, is like, and I think it's so hard in today's realities because dating in like Dallas, or I'm sure any city right now, it's just like no one wants anything serious. I just want to keep it casual. Like I just want to have fun. And it's like, what? It's kind of cool to care. It's kind of cool to want to be with someone. It's kind of cool to like pursue someone,
Especially
like,
at our current ages. Like,
yeah.
what's the point of dating?
Like, oh, yeah. What if you want it casual? Okay, you're this
Go back to
age,
college,
what-
baby.
What are we doing
I
here?
think what makes dating so hard is that nobody wants to be vulnerable first.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think saying like, oh, I just want something casual is your way of like deflecting and being like, I want you to be vulnerable first. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like people that say that, like, I'm like, you don't get to say, like,
I also feel like maybe people, that's like a cop out. Maybe you just realize you don't
Yeah.
really like someone that much, and you're like, I just
well,
want
yeah,
to be
because
casual.
the Forrest did that with me, and now he has a girlfriend. So like,
That's crazy.
okay, dude,
Yeah.
you're just not interested.
Exactly,
You had a
it's a
girlfriend
run,
2
Forrest,
weeks
run.
after.
It's a cop out, right? If you say you want it casual, like you can't have your cake and eat it too. But like
Right.
people who say that, and then if the girl agrees to it, then they can have their cake and eat it too,
Right.
right? So it's just like, yeah, you have to be so set and stern in like what you want for yourself that you don't allow the casual to go on for too long if that's really what you're looking for.
guys, I just realized I said that to Chad. I'm sitting here realizing
what?
that
That
I'm
one casual.
Oh, I said that to Aaron too when we first started dating, but like it changes.
I'm sitting here like, you're such a liar. Like,
I think it's casual till it's not. Like,
right. It's casual to it's not. I think like,
But the thing is how long do you wait
Right.
to see if it's going to go there or not?
Right.
Like I'm sitting
Yeah.
here at like,
and that's like everyone's
Sorry about
own
that.
kind
Yeah.
of like, you have to be the judge of that.
and it's like that's what makes it hard is like, how do you bring that up?
well, I think it's kind of like the point of
Because you're
contention.
always going to be afraid of
That,
that
yeah.
might be rejection in this
And then
might
it's
be the
over.
end of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'm back to square one.
Yeah.
Or
Okay, but like think of any movie, right? Like you have that moment where like you try to be serious and then they're like, "Oh, I don't want something serious." And then you're like, "Okay, fine. Let's break up." But then that person has the opportunity to come back. It's almost like you have to create that little rift
Yeah.
of like,
Hey, you can lose me. So
Yeah.
it gives them like a, oh shit, I don't want to lose them. And
but
then-
it's like if they say, "No, I just want to be casual." And you're like, "Okay." And then you stay, well then there's no reason to not continue being casual.
Exactly.
But if you're like, "I want something more." And they're like, "I just want to be casual." And you're like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
Then that's when they're like, because
Yeah.
that's what Chad did to me. Not really.
But
I
it's
mean, that's
like,
how
I don't
Andrew and I
want the
were too.
whole cat mouse game. Like if I walk away, like and you try to come after me, it's like, okay, then why didn't you pursue me like this to begin with?
Why
if
didn't
that's
why
how
weren't
you
you
felt?
open to that from the
Just
start?
like tell me how you feel. And so it's like,
I don't know why can't a guy just say like, let's see where this goes for a little bit versus like, I want to keep it casual, because it's like, of course you want to see where it goes, see how compatible you are, see, you know, how much you guys actually like each other before you put a label on it. But like, that's just part of dating.
You have to tell guys how it is, right? They are going to want to keep it casual because every guy wants to be with a few different women. Like that's ideal. You're like in your like mid to late 30s.
Especially
and, like,
in this
you wanna date
age
around.
with the apps and the social media and the options.
there's always something better out there. There's always a wondering eye because there's so much out there.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you differentiate yourself?
You leave.
I cannot speak today.
You leave. You
You
leave.
just show them like, hey, you don't have
Yeah.
access to me anymore.
But it's like every boyfriend that I've had, it was like we hung out and then immediately we spent so much time together, and it within a month went to boyfriend, girlfriend.
yeah.
Have they asked you to be their girlfriend in the past?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, Andrew and I took a year and I did that where I was like, hey, by the way, it's been a year and we're still casual, so I'm gone. And we broke up for like 2 weeks, and like all of his friends were like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. Like, you're never going to find someone better. And so then now we've been dating ever since and then married. So like, I
But
think
it's like a year at
like,
this age is so much like,
But a year's going to
more.
pass by anyway.
I know.
You know what I mean?
But my point of the story was just saying that like, I think nothing would have changed unless I said, hey, I'm out of here actually.
And like, if y'all were like casual, but like, did it feel like you guys were exclusively dating anyway, even though you were casual? I'm just saying, like, it depends on the situation.
I thought we were probably dating.
Well, that's kind of my point. Like, I think it's all definitely very relationship specific. Yeah, yours took a year, but like maybe if it's like, you know, someone else could take 3 months because it's like
100%.
how
I would never tell somebody to wait a year ever.
Yeah, and I
think-
also think like just because other people have waited a year, have waited X amount of time, like that doesn't change, you know, for you. Like, what does Chelsea want? And I think that any timeline is acceptable for you to be like, this is actually my hard stop.
Yeah.
Like, let's figure it out.
and that's all
true,
based
too.
on you, your feelings. Like you're the only one who knows like what's going on with that relationship. You know what I mean? So it's like you make your best judgment call off that. But if you feel like,
but I feel like, I think I've always been like, if I have this internal instinct of like, oh, I need to figure it out. Like,
Always trust
then
your
I'm in
gut.
I'm in that spot where it's like, I can't just continue this for however more months.
Yeah.
I have to figure it out because I don't want to just sit here and be like, let's hang out. But
I have a question for you.
What?
Would you be open to like a matchmaker, like a professional matchmaker, like someone who knows you like so well, gets to know everything about you, the type of person you are, you know, your interests, the type of men you'd be interested in, and then them presenting you like some options of men who are your type based off of everything you gave them and who are actually like serious about like dating? Would you be open to something like that?
Maybe, but then it's like at the end of the day, I feel like that's almost like just forced. It's like we're
modern-
coming together because it's forced.
But it's not, because you're coming together and you're getting to know each other. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But it's giving you more tailored options with men that you know are actually serious about dating. You know what I mean?
Because it's like without the apps, I don't really go out to the bars and I don't want to meet someone at the bars. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to meet someone?
And there's
running down the Katy Trail. Like
maybe, but like that's a lot harder, right? So I just think that, I don't know, would you be open to something like that?
maybe.
Do you have a girl?
I do, actually. I had a girl reach out to me and I was like, sorry, I'm not single. But
Forward my information.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna send
Why
her your
not?
profile.
let's
I'm
very into
why not? If you're on the apps, it's
seriously,
like another version of it. It's just a little bit more, I think,
Personal.
serious. It's like, because if you think about like, if you look online, like best dating apps to actually like find your match, I think the number one is like eHarmony and like Match.com.
Stop.
If you think about it,
And
like
they're the first ones that really started everything.
exactly, but it's people that go on there because they're actually serious about dating, and they go in with that mindset, and then they're together, and then you see all these success stories. They've been together for 10 plus years. They have kids, and it's like, okay, it was right place, right time, like right mindset. It's just all of it.
Like I'm on Raya, but I just feel like at the end of the day, it's all just eye candy. People just want eye candy to just either get to know you on a fun level, or you can't really build, I feel like, a genuine connection.
Don't talk to each other in person
No,
anymore.
like I matched with a couple guys. I'm not making the first move, so they just sit there until it expires.
Ugh, men these days.
I don't.
Maybe we can go rock climbing together, and maybe at the rock climbing gym.
Me and my heights issue. Yeah, sounds great.
Shoot, I
Got a great idea.
No,
I'll catch you
We can
guys
start on the
bottom.
kid ones. They're really short.
I'm gonna reach out to my matchmaking girl.
Yeah,
But other than that, I just like I've spent so much time growing who I am as a person, and I think I'm just very content not content, just like genuinely happy with where I am and what I want for myself, that I'm not gonna just date to date.
Yeah.
You're
You're dating with a purpose.
Yeah, dating with a purpose.
That's amazing.
We'll see.
Well, I'm really interested in this matchmaking service, and I feel like I mean, we got to get all the updates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be following up.
It's
with
gonna
you
be
guys. I'm gonna
scary.
make sure this happens.
It'll be scary, but it will be in your favor though, because it's like you like you said, you're confident in who you are. You're showing up as who you are, authentically yourself. You don't have to act any certain way. These guys are gonna know, like, you're gonna be so brutally honest with the matchmaker about like what you want, how you are as a person, your non-negotiables, things that like you just will not accept. And it's like these guys are gonna know that before accepting or even being like, yes, I'm interested in her too. So it's just like, it just gives you better odds from the start. I'm not saying it's going to work out completely, but it just gives you better odds knowing, and you're not playing this mind game like, oh, what does he want? Is this going to be casual? How long is it be casual for? If you know you're going on a date with someone that like they want this too in like in due time, right? In a good amount of time, I just think it starts it off a little bit more with like intentional, essentially.
Yeah. And like you said, I feel like I'm selfish right now because intentionally dating is hard. It takes time. You have to set aside time to, I'm going to go on these dates. I'm going to get to know someone. And like, that's giving up my own time and it could not work out. So
yeah, you want it to
right
be
now,
worth
I'm just
your
kind of
while.
like, well, I like my life right now. Like, I like what's going on. I don't want to bring someone in and it not work out.
Yeah. I get it.
But you also have to try.
I know. But that's scary. Putting yourself out there is so scary.
Wait, before your first date, we should do like a Chelsea day and like go get like a new outfit with you and then like go get ready with you.
Guys, I'm not getting married.
Yet.
Okay, wait.
I have one of them self-stay. Hello.
Yeah.
I want a Kelbi.
I have a question. What would you do if a guy brought, like, if you went on a first date and he was like so nervous and he brought a friend?
What?
She would call one of us, obviously.
I would leave. No, I'm
Okay,
not.
just kidding.
No,
Group hangout?
I actually went on, my friend was nervous to go on a first date and she
Stop.
was like, will you come with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like taking shots before and I was like, should we not do this? And so I wasn't taking shots because I was like, I think we should make a good impression.
We.
Yeah.
If I was nervous, I would be like, hey, can you like just be at the place that I'm at and kind of just watch me?
No,
from
guys,
far?
At the bar.
Yeah.
We
Keep an
walked
eye.
up to him. She didn't introduce me. So I was just standing behind her. And then he was already there and he wasn't drinking because he had, I guess, a DUI. He couldn't be drinking. So she was like, okay, I'm going to go to the bar and get a drink. And I was like, but she didn't invite me to go get a drink. So I somehow ended up just standing. It was horrible.
That sounds terrible.
It was horrible. Well, they ended up hanging out. So he came over to our house all the time. And I was like,
Oh.
That's so weird.
Crazy.
That's so weird.
okay, wait, I have some questions. He's a 10, but. And if you guys have any that pop into your head, feel free to throw them in. He's a 10, but he asks you to split a $12 coffee. What is he?
4.
-4. What?
Split the cost.
0.
At this age, 0.
Okay. Well, my second question was he's a 10, but he brought a friend to the first date because he was nervous. Chelsea, he's a 0 for you.
I would say like a 6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Oh, so you wouldn't leave.
I don't think I would leave. I would just kind of be like, what? Why? I would just like question him a little more.
Honestly, kind of a good icebreaker.
Yeah, I would say like a 5 or 6. I
I'd be
agree.
like, is this your bodyguard?
Yeah. I guess it just depends like on the person. I think I would make, if the person was like crazy and weird, I'd be like, why would you bring this person? But if it was like a chill, it's setting. If it was like a chill person that like, you guys watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, you gotta watch it. There's an episode where they talk about like when you have dinner parties or you have groups of people, there's like a middle, like someone who's like a middler because they have to be like the person to keep the conversation going between like everyone. So if that person was like helpful and then like keeping the conversation going and it felt chill, I probably wouldn't care that much. It'd be kind of weird, but I'd be like, okay,
I would still feel weird.
like 5. It'd just be more of like
then it wouldn't be a date.
yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be a date anymore. So I don't know.
He's a 10, but his mom's name in his phone is Mommy.
0.
0.
That's weird.
Yeah. A 1.
Oh, well, I have to go a 10 because that's Chad's phone.
No.
How long, Mommy?
Okay, in Chad's defense, it's probably been like that since middle school, right?
I mean, is that better or worse?
It's better.
Okay.
I think he just didn't change it because he's not on his phone that much.
Maybe
Just,
let's
like,
go
whatever.
change that the second you get home.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey, can I see your phone for a second?
M-U-M. Just M-U-M.
Mum. Oh, they have to be British.
They don't have to be, but I
Mom.
just think it's a good change from mommy to mum.
If he's a 10,
Mommy
but his mom
dearest.
is his phone. His mom's name, his phone is mum.
That's
He's a
better.
10.
He's a
Mother.
10.
Mother.
Mother's even better.
Mother.
Mother.
Okay. He's a 10, but he doesn't believe in labels.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Like relationship labels?
Oh.
We've
I thought you
been
meant
out,
like
He's a
labels on
fuckboy.
food, and I was like, what?
we've been out of the game for
I'm
too long,
confused.
Kelby.
But it's like, are you saying that because you're wanting to do other things, or you just like genuinely don't believe in it?
I said he would just be a fuckboy, I think.
Yeah. So 0.
0.
Because I feel like if people are like, I don't believe in labels, then they're like, well, if I don't have a label on it, then I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Well, what would be the reason in not believing in labels?
Why don't you want to call me your girlfriend?
Yeah, exactly.
I
would
wanna call you
question
my boyfriend.
everything. I would question
I would be
everything.
like, this is my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, what? What do I say? This is my
Friend.
This is a guy I know. We're sleeping together.
It's my
pal.
We have sex.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, well, Kelby gets to tell people she's trying.
My
to-
coworker.
Yes. Soon. Soon.
Oh, currently
Currently.
trying.
TTC.
No dice, though.
Wait, I want to
I'll look
ask
out.
that question. If it was, what was it? The Yelp review?
Yeah. What was the Yelp review on? I sent it.
Yeah, you sent it. If you,
I'm telling you guys, I'm working off of 10 different screenshots right now. I didn't write anything down.
Good for you.
Well,
if
it's
your
not working.
relationship had a Yelp review, what would the headline be? You guys want to know mine?
Yeah.
Where is it? Not currently accepting reservations.
Chelsea, we're supposed to be trying. What? We're supposed to be putting ourselves out there. That doesn't sound like you're putting yourself out there.
The other one was closed indefinitely due to lack of qualified candidates.
Well, we're never gonna get a boyfriend this way. Friend, what's yours?
I've been thinking about this since you sent that in, and
Really?
I literally don't know. Maybe just like 5 stars. Book in advance. Book in advanced. Because we're both so busy.
Right.
But like when we do spend time together, it's nice and it's intentional.
Right.
You know?
What about you, Kelby?
I don't know. I didn't really think about this either.
I feel like yours would be
Something like-
closed for renovations.
Unsure, but crushing it. Yeah, I have like literally no idea. Literally no idea what I'm doing in life.
Winging
either of
it.
us.
IDK, thumbs
Winging
up.
it. Yeah. I don't know, but loved it. 5 stars.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what mine would be. If my relationship had a Yelp review, it would probably be like, I don't know, 5 stars. I don't know. Oh my
Cat
gosh,
hair
that's a-
everywhere.
Cat hair everywhere. Like
Lots of pets. Pet friendly.
Only night shift cleans. Morning shift does not clean anything. Okay, I gave you guys red and green papers. We're gonna do red flags. Green
Red
can
or-
be just like not a red flag.
So
Okay,
green flag?
green flag or just like neutral.
Okay.
Because I don't have a neutral piece of paper.
Okay.
Still friends with ex. Kelby, what are we thinking?
Damn, I don't know. Like that depends. Andrew's not friends with any of his exes, but like
I think it depends also. Like if you're
depends how
friends with your
old you
like
were and stuff.
high school boyfriend that like was whatever and you're just like
yeah.
cordial, like that's but like talking to someone that you dated like
On a regular
regularly
basis.
is
Yeah,
weird.
that's weird.
That doesn't make
Okay.
sense.
Okay.
Honestly, at this big age, I don't even think we should be counting high school boyfriends anymore.
Okay,
No.
fair.
But still.
But still, Chelsea says, but let
I
me
don't know.
double
For
down on
some
my
reason,
red.
it really doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, I mean, if you're friends, doesn't mean you have to talk to them every day. Like if you're like friendly when you see them out and about.
Yeah,
really
No,
That's
but
what I
like
think
if you're
is-
friends with them where they just continue to have
Access to you.
Communication.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I agree. Like being cordial with the I think but I also do think like hating your ex or like talking mad shit about them is a red flag.
yes.
And you should if you chose to spend your parts of your life with this person, like you should definitely be cordial. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's probably better than
Yeah.
anything.
I don't think I'm cordial with any of them.
I saw mine on the
My
trail
exes
this
hate me,
morning.
so
They
whatever.
ignored me. I tried to be cordial and say hi.
Waved and they just looked
runs
the other
right
way.
by me. Like we almost passed shoulders, and I was just like, okay. And then I saw him 2 other times, and he was dying on the trail. I was like, that's what you get.
Okay,
Just kidding.
doesn't
I was trying to be nice, and he did not care.
doesn't post you on social.
What about doesn't post on social, period?
Yeah, that's why it's green for
Yeah.
me, because why does he have social media anyway?
Aaron doesn't have an Instagram, but if he did have an Instagram, I would
You would be
want
the
to be
profile
on it.
photo.
I would be in the
Yeah.
profile photo. Yeah, that's it. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think relationships shouldn't be determined by how much you post someone.
I agree.
No.
Your
And I
happiness is
think
not.
You don't need to show off your relationship. Like if you're showing it off so much, what's really going on?
Mhm.
Who are
Yeah,
you trying to
yeah,
impress?
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
if you know the relationship's good,
I
you don't
do
need to
think
impress
that there
anybody.
is a strong correlation between the longer your anniversary post caption is, the worse
Yes.
the relationship
That
is.
you're more unhappy, definitely.
Yeah,
That's
like
so funny.
don't
Like
you know
I
what?
always think about like I see like random couples that I went to like high school with like post online, but it's like it's not just like a post with your husband like love you, love my fam, like simple, cute, whatever. Because there's a lot of that too, and I'm like I think that's great, that's normal. But like yeah, people who make like a whole like dedicated post and it's like this whole paragraph and it's like often that they're just like pouring out their heart about their loved one on socials. I'm like, what are you trying to prove and why? Like none of us care.
Who cheated?
Exactly, what's happening back there?
Yeah, I think if you're gonna air out that laundry, you gotta give us some more details.
Yeah.
Like, let's get on the close friends story and you tell me
Tell
what's
us the
really
truth.
going
Yeah.
on. Okay, let's see. Sharing locations.
It's fine. This is safety.
Yeah, agree.
Do you guys?
Not when you first start dating, but like if you're married, like all my best friends have their husband's location. Like I feel like and boyfriend.
Yeah.
I just
Um,
got Andrew's.
I'm gonna be like
Couple months.
after the first date, I need your location.
No, a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was for dinner reasons because I had to time out dinner perfectly. Before that, I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't really care, but I do think it's like for safety
Yeah,
reasons.
I don't care either. But I'm like,
I'm not
okay,
worried about his safety.
if I don't, that's good. That's good. But if I don't
He'll be
hear from
fine.
him and I'm like, where is he at? And I can check. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
You know?
I think if it's for anything other than that, it's a red flag. But
Yeah, agree.
yeah. I feel like I had another question for you guys and now I can't remember. But I did want to ask Kelbi, did you know what your engagement ring was gonna look like? Did you pick it?
I found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Okay, but you didn't pick it beforehand.
No, Andrew picked it up. So actually, it's so funny. What happened was we were on a trip in Tulum and we were like, just like having the best time ever. This was really early on in our relationship. And he was like, oh my gosh, like, do you want to get married? And I was not expecting it at all. And I was like, do you have a ring? And he was like, no. And I was like, go get a ring and re-ask me. So then we get home. He immediately buys a ring. I have no idea what it looks like. Then proceeds to wait another like 8 months before he actually asks me. So for 8 months, I was pissed. I was like, when is he going to ask me? When is he going to ask me? And in that time period, I had gone in his office closet where our safe was. I knew the code to the safe and I got in and I saw it and I was like, perfect. At least we know what's going to happen. Just hold tight, Kelbs.
That's funny.
So yeah, no, but he picked it all out on his own.
Did you know yours?
No, he picked it all out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very proud of them.
And I love surprises more than anything else. So like I would not have, like I started to feel like he was maybe buying a ring and I was not opening any unusual drawers. Like I was like,
Oh,
I was like sitting on my hands.
I'd be
like,
snooping around.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be
I
snooping.
love a surprise.
Oh, Aaron knows exactly what I want, but he always says, he's like, you're going to get what you want, but I'm going to put my twist on it.
Oh God!
Oh.
You better snoop.
What is
I
that?
know. I know. I've got people in place. Don't worry.
I'm like,
but
it's going on
just-
my hand.
That's what I always tell him. I'm like, it doesn't matter what you like. It matters what I like. Because if I don't like it, we're taking it back.
Would you tell him if you didn't
Yes.
like it?
Yes, I would. But he knows not to do that. So he knows what I want. He knows what I want. He knows down to every little detail. So
Would you want to know what it looks like?
No, but I would have my best friends know that it looks.
Make sure
and,
it's, like, that you
have
would
the
want
approval.
it.
That's what I've done with my best friends. Like they didn't want to know what it looked like, but they wanted like I want my best friends to know like yeah, so you'll like it.
Like
But
approve
don't
it,
tell me
yeah.
what it looks like, but just know I like it.
Okay. Well, those are my questions. Yeah, relationships are weird, but they're fun.
they ebb and they flow. It's normal to get annoyed of your partner from time to time.
So many seasons.
So many seasons.
allowed- yeah,
You don't need to get a divorce. It's okay.
It is kind of crazy how many seasons there continue to be after marriage because people do treat marriage like it's like, all right, we're married, it's
Endgame.
done.
Like
But
Endgame.
you really keep learning and growing and
Hopefully.
yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
No, it's just the
Hopefully.
beginning of a new season.
Yeah.
And don't feel like your time frame has to be everybody else's
Yeah.
time frame.
Focus on
You're on your own journey.
yourself. Yeah. And, you know,
what works for you.
exactly. And
Don't give any fucks.
Don't give any of them, okay?
Not a single,
Not a single one.
Bye.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe anywhere you stream your podcasts.